Hello everyone and welcome back to our training in Windows Server Administration. In this video, we are going to set up organizational units within our Active Directory. Now, organizational units allows us to place objects such as users, groups, and computers to mirror an organization's functional or business structure. Let's go ahead and see how we are going to be creating this in Windows Server. To do so, we are going to start off with our Server Manager. And in Server Manager, we are going to click on Tools and start off with the Active Directory users and computers. Here we have our training lab.local domain in which we are going to create an organizational unit in which we are going to be creating a few users and computers. Right click on my domain and I'll click on new, and within this option I'm going to choose the organizational unit. I can give it a name which is suitable for my organization. In this case, I'm just going to type in headquarters. Now with our organizational unit created, we can have many organizational units on the same level as well as within a particular organization unit. And to do so, we can right click on a particular organizational unit and create new. Again, I'm going to create a few more organizational units within which I am going to place in other objects such as users, groups, and computers. So for this organizational unit, I'm simply going to name it as HR, and I'm going to create other organizational units within this organization headquarters. So there are other ways of creating organizational units. Create by clicking on new, and you can create others. I'm going to name it as, click OK. Now we have, I'll be careful to choose headquarters and I'll click on new, and this time I'll label it as training. Click OK. So within IT, I can right click and create new users or computers or groups. So I'll start off with the users section. So I'll click on a user and create a new user. Let's say tech user 1, and I'm going to give the login name as tech.user 1. Quickly going to create a password for this particular user, and I'll click on next. Let's go ahead and try and create another user. So I can simply again create a new user from here, or I can also go and create a new user from the dialog box. So I'm going to create another user. Let's say tech user 2. So we have seen how to create users within the organization unit. Let's go ahead and see how we can create groups within organization units. We create organization units in order for us to be able to assign policies that is usually pushed from the server to control the users and computers. So in our case, we are going to create groups whereby we will see the options if we want to create policies for respective groups or users. So we are going to create new, and in this particular case I'm going to create a group, and I'm going to name this group as programmers. I'll leave the group scope to global and our group type to security. I'll ensure that this is programmers. Okay. And there are several ways in which we can move our users into the security groups. I'm going to create yet another group so I can move both the tech users into different groups to demonstrate how we are going to organize our objects, which would make assigning policies easier. So in this case, I'm naming it as networking team and clicking OK. There are so many ways in which we can assign users into their respective groups. For instance, I can always right click on tech user and click on add to a group. And in this case, I am going to click on networking. We'll click on check names to see if we are on the right group, and I'll simply click on OK. And the add to group operation is successfully completed. Another way in which we can add users or computers to groups is simply by checking on the properties of a particular group. So in this case, I'm going to add tech user 2 to the programming team, and I will simply click on properties, and here we can check the members, and I can always add from here. So I'm going to use tech user 1. I'm going to check names to see if it belongs. Yes, we happen to have this name available, so I'm going to click OK, and we can continue adding. So if we happen to have many users and computers in which we want apply certain policies, it's always best to add the respective users and computers in a organizational unit. Grouping it even makes it better. Suppose we have a team of more than 50 network in the networking team as part of the IT department, and we have more than 20 to 50 programmers within the IT department, and we want to allocate different policies for different groups. Networking personnel to have different policies and privileges, and programmers to have different policies. We can push through those policies to the respective groups, and respectively, if you want all the users within the IT department to have certain policies, we can use the organizational group IT and enforce policies on that. And likewise for training, HR, or any other organizational groups that is deemed possible for the organization that you're trying to create these users. So this is it for now as far as organizational units are concerned. In the next video, we are going to see how we are going to share files and folders within Windows Server. Okay, so see you in the next video.